Hey there, guys. So, yeah, this, you've probably noticed, is a lot different from Dragon Age, Resident Evil, and everything else I've been playing this last while. I've been having a lot of technical difficulties with OBS being a little butt and stuttering on everything, and it's taking a little while for the HDMI cables I ordered for the capture card to come in. But when they get here, we're gonna resume normal programming. So for the next little while, I'm gonna be, like, doing this. And it was recommended to me just because it's silly. I mean, it's a dating game based in the Life is Strange universe. Minus all the time travel stuff, apparently, which is interesting. So, yeah. I'm gonna skip the tutorial because I already did do that, and holy shit, was that a weird thing. Yeah, you'll see. So, like most story-based games, your choices have consequences and stuff like that, so if you see me spastically saving, you know why. But okay, let's go. Nope. Ugh. Insert groan here. Why can't you just groan? Oh yeah, you're a teenager, melodramatic. Let's get up. I guess I'd better get up. Oh, this looks pretty nice. Awesome, this art style is so cool though. The air is a little chilly as I push the covers off, and one glance in my mirror is enough to tell me that I look like a total zombie. Sounds like me in the mornings. In other words, it's a typical morning for me. Someone's playing music. The people I share a dormitory with are worse than roosters. Wow, so all of them are hooked on Dawn's crack? Ha 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 ha, that's a terrible joke. Oh well, at least I'm up. And I shouldn't make it a habit to be late to class anyway. I stretch out, yawning, as I make my way to the window to feel the sunlight on my skin. This is pretty nice music. I like this. Pretty chill. Lisa seems to be enjoying it too. She's grown like crazy over the past year. My mom would be so proud. Wow, a whole year already? It's hard to believe I've been at Blackwell for that long. I'm so glad that I came back to Arcadia, and not just for Blackwell Academy, although I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a huge part. I liked Seattle, but it never really felt like home. Arcadia Bay is the place I grew up in, the place where I made all of my best memories and had so many adventures, each one as different as every new day. Pirates and superheroes. This was the best place to grow up. Well, I'm biased, but I really do feel that way. I don't want to sell Seattle short, of course. I lived there for 5 long years. I really do miss my friends there, and my parents. I was so glad to see them this summer. But I know that coming back here was the right choice for me. I'm technically an adult now, which is something I'm still getting used to. I definitely still feel like a kid in a lot of ways. I'm lucky to have my parents' support, and my scholarship, which I've somehow managed to keep into my 2nd year. Go Max! And I can't forget one of the most important parts. Blackwell's brought me back to Chloe Price, my best friend. It took a little while, but we picked up right where we left off. Actually, we did even better because we didn't exactly part under the best circumstances. But the greatest thing about Chloe is that she's brutally honest with her feelings. Those first weeks were seriously awkward, but we got through it. I'm determined to be there for her now, even if I couldn't before. Yeah, I never finished the first Life is Strange. I know, blasphemous. But I do remember the whole thing about her and Chloe actually being friends before, and something happened that caused Max to just leave. So it looks like the writers are actually very determined to make this a nice, even path for them. Let's go. Luckily, someone was there for Chloe while I was gone. Rachel Amber. She's totally gorgeous. And she's a really great person too. She's almost too perfect. Oh wow. I'm actually curious to see how they made Rachel look in this. Yeah, me banging my fingers against my headset. Because you never really see her in Life is Strange, right? You never meet her, so this is gonna be interesting for me because I remember seeing her in Before the Storm, so matching up this Rachel to that Rachel is gonna be interesting. But she's one of those girls that's just impossible to hate, even though Victoria Chase seems to have found a way. Oh my god, Victoria! At first, I thought that Rachel and Chloe were total opposites, but they're really more like wolves of the same pack. Isn't it birds of the same feather? Okay. Let's just say that knowing the both of them is like being accessory to every incident of dubiously criminal mischief in the Bay. Wow, that's quite a reputation to have. But even if I didn't have Chloe and Rachel, I've got other friends here too. Dana, Stella, Alyssa. Actually, I can count almost everyone on my floor as a friend. Even Brooke, who is, abrasive. It took some getting used to, but it's just her way of being friendly. Pretty impressive for a shy geek like me, am I right? Take Kate Marsh for example. She's one of the very first people who befriended me at Blackwell. Kate is probably the most kind-hearted person I've ever met, and she's an incredibly talented artist. She's one of the only students at Blackwell that unabashedly wears her heart, or I guess her religion, on her sleeve. I know she gets a lot of flack about it sometimes, but I think it's really cool that she works so hard to create a comfortable environment for other religious and or abstinent students, even if I'm not in her Bible study group or anything. I get along with almost everybody, except for my neighbor across the hall. Victoria Chase is the head of the Vortex Club, with all the reputation that goes with it. Even after a year, I'm not entirely sure what the Vortex Club even does, aside from underage drinking. Wow. This sounds so bad, like my high school bad. Oh. I've heard that being in it is good for your resume, but I never see them doing anything to actually improve or benefit the school outside of partying. I can kind of relate because we had a lot of popular clubs in my old high school and so on, like the Popular Clique, where it was like, oh, if you're part of this group, you have this amazing thing that gets added to your resume when you go to college. It's good for you, but it never really does anything to actually benefit the school. Oh well, it's not really my place to judge. Even though Victoria herself does a lot of judging. Hasn't she heard the old adage about not saying anything at all if you've got nothing nice to say? It's hard not to wither under that ice queen stare of hers, or feel totally lame in the presence of her $6,000 camera. Holy shit, kid! She has a great eye though, I'll give her that. I can't spend all morning daydreaming by the window though. I've got to get dressed. I don't want to miss my first class. Especially because Mixdog told us last week that they had a surprise coming up on Monday. I wonder what it'll be. Okay, anyone? I didn't actually know this until I saw the tutorial and I went to look it up. Mix is like a gender-neutral Mrs., Miss, Mr. something. It's gender-neutral, so it's something new I learned actually. That was interesting. They're one of the best teachers I've ever had. They're always supportive of my work and always smiling. I knew Blackwell Academy took on the best of the best, but I had to experience it to believe it. Mixdog is so freaking cool. I better hurry up and get going. Then maybe I can find some time to hang out with my friends before class starts. I have a feeling that Chloe and Rachel are going to laugh at my generic band t-shirt and jeans, like they always do, but I've come to terms with my style. I should make sure I have everything I need before I head out. Probably doesn't matter which order I do this in, I guess. Chloe gave me one of her punky spike bracelets a few months ago. I'm clumsy, so I thought I'd instantly take my eye out by wearing it. But it turns out that the secret to thrashing is that the studs are actually pretty dull. I guess I really am ready for the mosh pit now, Shaka bra. Ow, I cringed so hard reading that I actually physically hurt. The bracelet that I slide on next to is all woven rainbow threads. Rachel gave it to me. I was pretty surprised when she did. Rachel's got like a zillion friends. Maybe she makes them for everybody? I can't forget my bag, and I don't want to forget my camera either. I'm glad it's managed to survive this long. It's really old, and not in a cute, forward, vintage way. It's legit ancient. But that's what I wanted, a total timelessness to my photos. As I slide my camera into my bag, I look at the little dough pin that Kate gave me a few days ago. It's a warm bronze color. She said that she found it in a bookshop in Portland and that she thought I would like it. I do, but I'm just flattered that she thinks of me at all. Holy crap, Max, you've got so many friends that like you and care about you. How do you not... Wow, that's the confidence problem right there. I can't leave my room without a quick scan at my feed, the modern equivalent of reading the morning paper. Okay, I know I'm guilty of this. Every morning when I wake up, I'm like, check my Twitter, check Instagram, check Discord, check everything. Who else does that? If you do that, comment down below and let me know if you're guilty of this millennial thing. That's a millennial condition, I suppose. Blah blah blah. Of course, Victoria's already posted her morning mirror selfie. Liked by 28 people, posted 5 minutes ago. Holy crap. But she does look really nice in that cashmere sweater. I'd hit like too, but I know she's not interested in my approval. She might never wear that sweater again if I did. Nerd cooties. Heh. I'm kidding, I think. I need to stop sinking to her level and being all judgy. I think I've got everything, but I have a feeling I'm forgetting something. Oh, my journal. I can't leave without it. Ooh, hiccups. I take it just about everywhere. I guess it's a little old-fashioned of me, and I know that just getting a blog would be way more secure, but I'm used to writing by hand. There we go, all set. You know what, let's check this out. Holy shit, 20 pages? The fuck, dude? I'm not gonna read all of this. I'm just gonna give it like a few seconds, stick around here, and then you guys can pause the stream, the video, and just read it on your own, because holy hell, this is a lot. I didn't think it would be this much. I really thought it wouldn't be this much, because if it was like just a few pages would have read it, but oh wow. I like the art, but whoever's doing these drawings is like amazing. Again guys, this game is totally free, it's a full version game, it's fully released. I will have a link in the description below if you want to download it and play it for yourself. But I was thinking that I might do all of the paths for this, because it's actually, I heard somewhere it's a short game. It's not that long. So, yeah. I'm kind of curious about this now. Except for the writing is pretty awesome. For a game made by fans, this is pretty nicely done though. Alright. As I head out into the hallway, I finally spot the source of the music. It's all coming from Dana's room. The door is wide open like it usually is. This is definitely way too much bass for a Monday morning. I cross the hall shaking my head. I knock on Kate's door, but there's no response. Maybe she's already headed to class. I'm a little sad I missed out on her usual morning violin playing. Not that I would have heard much of it over Dana's music. It doesn't surprise me that I can smell weed and hear the sound of a spray can drifting from her bathroom. I'm betting that's Rachel and Chloe. Yep, Rachel and Chloe, up to no good, again. But I guess that's the company I keep. Victoria's usually got her door open or music playing, like Dana. But it's quiet this morning. I guess she went to class early too? I've never seen her show up late to anything. Oh, the places you'll go, Max. Where to now? You know what, let's go check up on Chloe and Rachel. I'm actually curious to see how they portray Rachel in this game. Because we saw what the photos were like in Life is Strange, or the 1.5 episodes I played. I do have the full game, I'll play it, I promise! And we got to see what she was like in Before the Storm. Wow, this looks... Is that a picture of a girl in the girls' bathroom? What? Okay. When I reach the bathroom, I find Chloe smoking in the corner, slouching there with a joint pinched between her fingers. Rachel's busy adding graffiti to the opposite wall. Let's talk to Chloe. I wonder what she's... Oh, that's cute! Wow. Having fun, Chloe? That's awesome. That's well done. That's the most relaxed expression I've ever seen on a person. Chloe grins at me, giving me her usual up-to-no-good look. Yep, I'm totally getting lit over here. Oh, I just cringed. I groaned, and Chloe just burst out laughing amid a cloud of sharp smoke. You're terrible, you know that? And you'll love it, but what's up? I'm pretty sure you didn't come over here for a hit. I lean against the wall next to Chloe, nudging her with my elbow. I'm not a fan of how weed smells, but I've gotten used to being around it by now. It seems to chill Chloe out, and I'm all for anything that keeps her happy. Just wanted to see what my best friend's up to this early in the morning. And to ask what you think of Mixed Dog Surprise today. I can't figure out what it could be. Chloe sharks, taking another drag. When she breathes out, the smoke twists and turns in the air before dissipating under the fluorescent lights. Makes me want to take a picture. Chloe laughs. I know that look. You want to take a photo, huh, hipster? 5 years apart or not, Chloe still knows me so well. She proves it all the time. I could take 1,000 pictures of Chloe and never get tired of her face. Honestly, having seen her in the first Life is Strange, her face, like when she's 18, 19, and seeing her when she's 15 and Before the Storm, well, if I was that age, I would be like, I wouldn't get tired of your face either, wow. Is it that obvious? Chloe smirks at me and bumps the toe of her boot into my sneaker before sucking back on the joint again and exhaling through her nose. Jesus, that's a long sentence. Save your photos for dog's class, Max. As for whatever the surprise is, I don't know. I'm just glad we made it into the same class this semester. Just like when we were in elementary school, huh? I grin. Chloe may look all punk rock on the outside now, but I know on the inside she's still the girl I used to watch anime and play pirates with. My crazy, rebellious, amazing friend. She didn't have the blue hair when we were little, but she's always had a wild heart. I'm glad we're together too. Oh god, sorry for the sniffles, guys. What on earth? Sorry for the sniffles, guys, but I did take my medication. It's just taking a little while to kick in. Chloe smiles at me. Anyway, I want to be good and buzzed by the time class starts, so I need to finish this thing. I'll catch you later, Supermax. See you soon, Chloe. Let's talk to Rachel. I'm curious what she looks like. Hey, Rachel. Rachel looks up and smiles at me. It's warm, but as usual it's a little intimidating. There's something about Rachel that makes me feel kind of shy. She can be hard to read. Oh wow. Hey there. Hey, how's it hanging, Max? How's it hanging? Well, there's so many ways I can answer that. I could ask you the same thing. Rachel looks back at the wall, smirking. She gives another shake of her spray can. I look at it too. The paint is bright gold, dripping down the wall from a tangle of letters. I can't quite tell what it says. I'm leaving my mark on the school. Which is totally against the rules. Since when have the rules ever applied to me? Fair point. She laughs at her own joke, which makes me twitch into a smile too, before I have to tilt my head away from the fumes, eyes watering. Are you heading to class soon? Yeah, but let me guess. You're wondering what dog's gonna surprise us with today? That's another thing about Rachel. She's always on the ball and knows what's going on with everyone and everything. I think she might be omniscient. Yeah? Rachel laughs, twirling her paint can in her hand. Her fingers are nimble and light against its smooth surface. I bet you it's another photo contest. I'm sure we'll win it, Max. She and Chloe have been so supportive of me. Their praise can be a little overwhelming sometimes, but I know they really mean it. Yeah, for me it's kinda... She's got a confidence problem, and I can actually relate to that, because I've been so surprised by the amount of support I've gotten ever since I've started doing this, that for me it's like, I can't believe people want to see me do this. And I can actually kind of relate to Max in that sense. But, wow. Hopefully I can learn something from this, and take away a little lesson, even though it's a dating game. Chloe I get, but Rachel, we're not that close. So it means a lot that she's so encouraging, anyway, even if I don't entirely get what's in it for her. Rachel is honestly kind of a mystery to me, one that I have yet to figure out even a year in. I wonder if Chloe's got the puzzle solved. I've always been too shy to ask much about their friendship, but they're as thick as thieves. Thanks, Rachel. I hope so. Oh, that's a cute expression. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I want to finish this up, if that's cool with you. I'll see you in class. Rachel gives a little toss of her hair before focusing back on the wall. Let's go check out the courtyard. Hey, this is a beat. I can dig it. God, this music is cool. I head outside to the dorms and see Kate sitting on a bench out on the front lawn, sketchbook in hand. Up here, I see Victoria focused on a bulletin board. I guess I did have time to chat. I really want to talk to Victoria, but I guess it's like a band-aid, right? Just gotta rip it off. Victoria looks so focused on the message board. She's got her arms crossed like she's annoyed by what she's reading, but I'm not sure what it is she's looking at. I scan my eyes over the board. There are flyers for club meetings, another plea about the cat pics tablet, some of the stuff about global warming, the average Blackwell marquee. I don't usually go out of my way to talk to Victoria, but she might be the only other person who takes photography class as seriously as I do. It might be good to scope out what she thinks about today's surprise. Hey Victoria. Victoria turns around, and for a split second I see surprise in her face before it's replaced with a stern look. What do you want, Max? Her tone isn't totally hostile today. Guess it's something at least. Just wanted to say good morning, if that's okay. Victoria snorts and rolls her eyes. I wouldn't call it a good morning as long as you're around. Wow, holy shit! Wait, seriously? I throw my hands up in defense, giving a huff of exasperation. I can't catch a break with Victoria, can I? Wow, nice burn. Let me go to the nurse and get myself an ice pack. Victoria crosses her arms with an impatient sigh and then gestures with her fingers. Really, what do you want? I glance back at the bulletin board and see a small flyer in the corner. It's an advertisement for its photography exhibition in Portland. Ah, so that's what she's looking at. I think I found what Victoria was looking at. Hey, great minds, Max. Just wondering what you think Mixed Dogs got prepared for us today. You know, the surprise they mentioned last week? Victoria purses her lips and looks away for a second, before turning back to me. I heard a rumor that it's another photo contest, like last year. She sounds kind of tense about it. I suddenly remember how she placed second in the photo contest last year. She hadn't looked happy about it at all. Wait, if there was a contest last year, didn't you take part in this? Or did you flake out of it? Oh, and who won the first one then? I know she busted her ass on it. Even I have to admit that her submission was really good. I totally thought she'd win. I have a feeling she took losing a lot harder than she'd let on. If it is, good luck, Victoria. That definitely wasn't the response Victoria was expecting. Her eyes widen, her mouth dropping open for a split second, before she recovers. She's not scowling at me anymore, at least. Yeah, you too, Max. Oh, I wasn't expecting that either. We stand there for another moment. Neither of us seem to know what to say. Awkward. Victoria makes an irritated sound, finally breaking the silence. Look, I've got to get back to figuring out my schedule for the week, club meetings and shit. I'm pretty sure that wasn't what she was doing, but I'm not about to call her out on it. Yeah, of course. I'll see you in class. She turns back to the bulletin board. Well, that could definitely have gone a lot worse. As far as encounters with Victoria Chase go, that was practically painless. So far the writing is pretty cool. I actually like it. It's relaxed, it's chill. Hey, Kate! Kate looks up from her sketchbook and gives me a warm smile. Good morning, Max. It's good to see you. Oh, she looks cute. I'm happy to see her too, come to think of it. Kate has been a little hard to get a hold of lately. She seemed a lot quieter than usual. She's not the loudest person to begin with, but maybe she has something on her mind? Oh no. Whatever it is, it doesn't stop her from greeting me as warmly as ever. That's Kate March for you. I missed your violin playing this morning. Not that I would have heard much of it over Dana's music. I sit down next to Kate on the bench and see that she's sketching a few cartoon characters gathered around a fountain. Kate notices me looking and smiles softly, pencil tapping idly against the paper. I thought I'd try to get some drawing in before class starts. When I'm feeling inspired, I always want to sketch right away, so I don't forget the images in my head. I look more closely at the page. Kate's drawings are always so cute and lively. She'd make an awesome character designer, or storyboarder, or an illustrator for children's books. Any one of those would suit her. I know what you mean. I'll drop everything I'm doing if the time is right for a photo. I can't believe you can do this kind of stuff with just colored pencils. It's so cute. Thanks, Max. I've always loved your photos too. Kate's compliments always warm my heart. The best part is that I know she means it. She's so sincere and positive. Speaking of photos, what do you think Mixed Dog's going to surprise us with today? Kate's expression turns thoughtful, and she claps her hands on top of her sketchbook. I'm not sure. They seemed really excited about it when I was helping them catalog our photography textbooks on Friday. I'd forgotten that Kate is Mixed Dog's assistant. I feel like I'm saying a DJ's name over and over again. Did they mention anything about the surprise, other than being excited? Kate laughs and shrugs, and she seems to glow. The cross hanging from her neck catches the sunlight and flashes bright and golden. I can English, I promise. You're always so curious about the world, Max. A lot of people would just say I'm nosy. I know what that's like. I'm like super curious about people always, and half the time I'm like, if I ask them this question, are they gonna think I'm nosy? Kate gives a little huff and continues drawing in her sketchbook, her pencil delicately tracing curves and lines. I think you just have a knack for adventure, like Gloria here. She's an amateur detective. Kat points to one of the characters in her drawing, a small figure peering into the fountain with huge, inquisitive eyes. A little cat tail pokes out from under the character's long coat. Thanks, Kate. I'm glad you're leaving me. I should get going, though. Kate nods. I wouldn't want you to miss Mixdog's surprise. I'll catch up soon. See you, Max. Once I enter the classroom, I head to the back and sit down in my usual seat. This looks pretty nice. Really, I wish I had the talent to kind of draw like this, even if I'm not doing something like designing a game, just be able to be more artistic. I'd love that. Contrary to what Chloe would have you believe, I don't sit back here to slack off like she does. I sit back here because it's centered right by where Mixdog usually lectures. Speaking of Chloe, I can see her sauntering in with Rachel. She grabs a couple of chairs and drags them noisily across the tiles so that she and Rachel can sit with me. Chloe looks like she's already prepared to nap all the way through class. Typical. Rachel, on the other hand, she's got top marks even though she's more into being in photos, not taking them. She's already got her textbook open and she's running a paint-stained finger down the page. Oh. I don't know why, but I've got the worst case of the hiccups right now. It's so weird. Victoria walks in just a moment later with Taylor at her side. She glances at me, and then immediately looks away when she catches me looking back. That's weird. Honestly, I wouldn't have expected that from, like, Victoria. Her lips are pressed together in a hard line as Taylor chatters in her ear. I guess she's not in a gossiping mood today? Why is English so hard for me at the moment? The thing is, I'm used to talking but not reading. Even though Danganronpa actually makes me read. I guess that's a shit excuse. Kate's seat is over by the window. She mouths hello to me as she takes her spot, organizing her books into a neat pile. I forgot, we've got a hot dog for a teacher, and he's got Jefferson's glasses, his hair, and his beard. Well, okay. Good morning, class. What a lovely Monday morning. There's a few grumbles here and there. Chloe's is the loudest. Mixdog ignores them all. As you all know, I told you last week I'd have a big surprise coming today. Well, the day has come for me to announce the second annual Blackwell photo contest. I can feel butterflies literally explode in my stomach. Oof. Next to me, Chloe and Rachel shoot me looks. Called it. Victoria stiffens in her seat and sits up a little straighter. Kate smiles, of course. She's as bright as a spot of sun she's sitting in. Now, this contest will be a little different from last year's. You'll have to pick a partner, because the contest motif is the bonds between people. Interesting. This doesn't mean you both have to be in the photo, although that's not against the rules. The photo can be of anything. Your bond will be expressed by working together. I want to see all kinds of photos represented. I encourage all of you to enter. And at the end of the week, each pair will submit their photo. Of course, I'll be judging to pick the winner. As for the prize, the winner will have their photo displayed in the front entrance of the main building and a feature in the Blackwell totem. We only have until Friday? Shit! If I wind up entering, I'm going to have to start thinking about it right away. Who am I kidding? Of course I'm going to enter. Mixdog turns away to survey the class, hands on their hips. What does it look like to have their hands on their hips for a hot dog? Okay. One thing you should keep in mind, be certain of who you choose for a partner, because you can't change once you've picked. Oh. You'll both need to work together to create your photo. No cooperation, no entry. I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous about this whole thing. Sure, I've been taking photos for as long as I can remember, but I've never collaborated with someone else like this before. If you plan to enter, I need you to pick your partners before the end of today's class so that I can add your names to the registration sheet. Double shit. I have no idea who to ask and almost no time to make up my mind. Fidgeting nervously, I glance around the class. I can already see people murmuring to one another about their plans. Chloe, who's half asleep, raises her eyebrows at me when I meet her gaze. I guess she wasn't so zoned out that she wasn't listening. Rachel winks when I look at her, and I think about how much practice she's had posing for photos. Everyone knows that she wants to be a model. Kate waves her fingers at me, smiling encouragingly. She doesn't have to say anything for me to know that she thinks I should enter. Victoria. She stiffens a little, but she doesn't look away immediately this time. She holds my gaze. I'm not sure if she's issuing a challenge. The choice is mine. I could ask anyone. Nothing's stopping me but my own shyness. The worst that could happen is that I'll be turned down. Which honestly seems completely mortifying if I'm going to be real here, but I'll be even more disappointed with myself if I don't enter at all. Who should I ask? Oh shit. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna save. Oh, this is autosaves. Cool. I'm gonna save on number 5 because I am gonna play this again and like try out some of the others. But who do I choose? You know what? Let me choose Rachel for one reason. I'm curious what this is gonna be like. I want to see if the Rachel from Before the Storm and the difference between this Rachel. Then again, all of them are a little bit OOC, I think, out of character. But not by much, just by a little. But I still want to see what she's like. Are you sure you want to choose Rachel? Yes. If I'm supposed to pick a partner to take a photo with, then maybe it'd just be a good strategy to ask an aspiring model. The contest theme is bonds. Maybe the bond between photographer and subject is just the natural choice here. I know that Rachel is willing to model for just about anyone with a camera. She knows that she's really good at it. Sometimes she even does the asking. I don't think anybody's going to forget the time she walked around campus handing out headshots last year. Only Rachel Amber could get away with something like that. Honestly, I think Victoria was probably like, oh, a dartboard, let me practice on your face. But I've never directly asked her to pose for me before. She's in plenty of my candid shots, along with Chloe, but nothing formal like this. It's not that I haven't wanted to, but I figure that she's probably not into my retro style. She has the kind of face that deserves to be shown in HD. My fashion campaigns are never shot with instant cameras. I might be wasting her time completely, but she's smiling at me like an invitation. At least I think that's what it means. I can't really tell. As always, Rachel's an eternal enigma. That's a long time to be a mystery. Interesting. I knew it'd be a contest. How did you know? I seriously wasn't expecting it. Well, mostly because there was one this time last year. Oh, right. But also because I might have mystical powers. Yeah, okay. Having played Before the Storm and the Scream scene, my mind is like, yeah, maybe she does have powers. She winks and then looks at me expectantly. Is this my cue? How does Chloe manage to decipher Rachel's signals anyway? I've got to ask her for a lesson sometime soon. Rachel? Rachel leans in, her elbows on the desk, her chin in her hands. She looks like she's plotting something. Yes? She totally already knows what I'm going to say, doesn't she? I can hear it in her tone. My face feels warm. I was wondering if you want to, be my partner for this thing. And then I hasten to add, but if you want to work with Evan or Hayden or something, that's cool too. Rachel lifts a hand and catches her feather earring between her fingers. She turns her eyes up towards the ceiling and then back to me. I can't read her at all. I have no idea what to expect. Maybe she wants to scope out her prospects first. I bet half the class is itching to ask her to be their partner. I was hoping you'd ask. Let's fucking do it. Wigstock turns around at the sound of the expletive. Rachel just smiles dazzlingly at them and they move on. Smiling at the hot dog? Odd. Hold on. She said yes? And she was hoping I'd ask? For reals? For real. We're interrupted by Mixed Dog trailing back to the front of their classroom and clearing their throats. Alright. I've got to get into today's lecture. If you haven't picked a partner yet, then be sure that you do before class lets out. Sorry, I need a sip of water. I settle back into my seat as the lesson begins, but I can barely focus. All I can think about is the contest. When class lets out, it feels like hours later, and I leap out of my seat. That was oddly, rhymey. Rachel's taking her time getting to her feet, sweeping her long hair out back behind her shoulders as she gathers her things. Her phone gives a little buzz. Jesus, that's loud. She gives it a quick glance, pausing for a moment to stare before she tucks it away and then turns to me. What's up? She doesn't wait for me to answer before continuing on. So, I'm a little busy this week, but I'm gonna try to give you as much time as I can. Around when do you want to hook up for this thing? Hook up? Really? I'm all for it. Oh, any time is fine. To be honest, I'm still stuck on the thought that Rachel agreed to be my partner. I had made a pretty impulsive choice by asking her. Not that working with Rachel would be a bad thing. Rachel's been nothing but nice to me since the day I met her. But she has so many different options. I can see Hayden looking towards her, like he's thinking of asking, until he seems to realize that she's already matched up. Were you really hoping I'd ask? I wasn't winking at you just to exercise my eyelid muscles, if that's what you're wondering. Holy crap, you're smooth. Damn, woman. I like it. You're gonna let me model for you, right? Right. What kind of a pose is this? What's that? You... Okay, I can understand. I mean, I pretty much do the same thing. I give a nervous little laugh as we cross the classroom. I stand aside as Rachel gives Mixed Dog our names for the registration sheet. When we're both marked down, she turns back to me, one hand on her hip. She looks so cool and confident that I just feel even more awkward in comparison. If any time is fine, then how about lunchtime tomorrow? We can meet out on the quad. Okay, then we can find a time that works for both of us for the photo, right? Right. Honestly, if I had to deal with someone like Rachel in real life, I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, sure, I can flirt with the best of them, but mostly I'm just a little pervert. With my sense of humor and things, I'm a little lewd. But I'm a lot like Max in this. I was reading this and I'm like, holy shit, woman. I hesitate thinking of all the social obligations that Rachel seems to constantly have. I know you've got a lot going on. It's fine, I'm all in. She smiles brightly at me. I'm a little startled by her total lack of hesitance, but I smile back. Okay. Woman, you need to put your phone on silent. That shit is loud. Just then, Rachel's phone starts ringing. She pulls it back out and stares at the screen, frowning slightly. Oh no. Is there something bad going to happen? Like, is there something horrible that's going to happen to her? I hope not. Hey, I'm sorry, but I've got to take this. Oh, it's no problem. I'll see you later, or tomorrow. Thanks, Max. See you soon, Kay? She reaches out to squeeze my arm and then swipes to answer the call. As she walks out of the classroom, I can hear her greet whoever is on the other end of the line. Hey, yes, of course, I've got time to talk. I don't feel like I've learned that much about why Rachel agreed to partner with me for the contest. Whenever we spent time together before, it was always with Chloe there. So it feels a little weird to think that this is going to be just Rachel and I. It could be hella awkward. But she said yes. If anything, I just feel more confused about Rachel's agreement now. But I guess I can start nosing around for answers tomorrow. Tuesday! Okay. So... oh, cool. You guys can read this while I do my outro. So guys... ooh, why am I getting so many hiccups? This is awesome. I love it. No, I actually hate it. That's just me being sarcastic. Alright, so guys, thanks for watching. This is completely different from what I usually plan. I'm actually surprisingly having a lot of fun with this, so the person that recommended this to me, you are amazing, and thanks. This is a breath of fresh air from what I usually play. So guys, share, like, subscribe, give the notification bell a little bit of a tickle. It needs some love and attention too, if you want to stay up to date with everything I'm doing. Down in the description below will be links for my Twitter, my Discord, and for this game. I recommend you download it if you like something that's a little more story driven. If you're a fan of the Life is Strange series, before you maybe break it or just like destroy it for being different, maybe play it a little bit and just see what it's like. So far I'm actually having fun with this. It's a breath of fresh air, definitely. So guys, until the next episode, where we will see what happens with our partnership with Rachel, I will see you later.